What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Captain Trucker here. I'm in Seattle, Washington at my delivery, up all night driving, and it's early in the morning here, so I just wanted to check in with you all. In this video, I want to talk about stuff that's been going on lately on the road, and also some stuff in the Philippines. So I got some other random things that might come up in my speech as per usual. But I forgot to mention to everybody that I was robbed recently. Yeah. I was sleeping in the truck, and this is south. I gotta fix my hair, sorry. I was sleeping in the truck south in Madera, California, and yeah, somebody broke into the trailer, and I guess they decided not to steal anything because it was 30,000 pounds of barley seeds or something weird. And I guess they came to their senses and figured, oh, well, we don't really want that. But it's kind of creepy. The doors busted open and stuff, and you're usually just really jaded and your nerves are shot from being on the road. So, But I mean, fortunately, this company that I work with, they allow us to carry guns. Yeah, it's a true story. Not many companies do. So I was kind of impressed with that. I like that fact. So the HR woman, she comes out during orientation. Guys, just do me a favor. Please try not to shoot anybody. And if you do, try not to kill them. It causes me a lot of paperwork. She really said that. She really said that. Oh my God. Oh yeah. It's kind of weird that the HR woman, she's kind of acting all, she's cursing and swearing. I think that was her way of showing, hey, we're an American trucking company. You can just act, you know, we don't mind if you swear and curse. And it's like, yeah, okay, great. And then she heard something about me being in the Philippines. She goes, oh yeah, we got a driver that goes there once every year. He goes there to get laid and to get bitches. That's what she said. And I was like, oh, I guess you have a high opinion of the Filipinos. And she says, what do you mean? I was like, well, you just called them the B word. And then I think she realized that maybe I wasn't really down with their whole show. So she kind of backtracked and she's, oh, that's just what he said. I don't know, dude. But anyway. Yeah, so lately I was talking about dating site scams. Okay, it's a real thing. And normally I'm trying to talk positively about the Philippines, but we have to also acknowledge that, you know, in all populations we're going to have scammers, and the Philippines is no different. That's for sure. But apparently in 2022 worldwide, like $1 billion was supposedly lost in these romance scams. Yeah. And it's kind of like, I'm not sure, well, I am sure. I think there's a sociopathic sort of justification from what I've observed in some of the scammers that I followed. I said that's what I like to do in my free time, is talk to scammers. Yeah, because I have a really fun life. No, but seriously, I think somewhere along the way, people that do this stuff, they just figure, you know what? These Americans and Europeans, they've been coming to our countries for so long. You know, they come here, they sleep with whoever they want. They even leave their kids behind, including the US military. They left behind like dozens of thousands of kids without citizenship, without money. And the US government really didn't do much with the Ameri-Asian Act to help them out. Philippines kind of got the short end of the stick, by the way, in that whole Ameri-Asian thing. There was a law that was passed by, I think, Congress in the early 80s. And yeah, unfortunately, as usual, I think they left kind of the Philippines out of that deal. If anybody has any more details about that, you can go ahead and write it in. That's cool. Yeah, so I don't know what that was about. But anyway, so I think some of these scammers just say to themselves, yeah, we can do this and it's fine. And it's kind of sociopathy. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. I don't like using the dime store psych words, but I mean, that's kind of what it is. But what I was saying was, as far as that American trucking culture type of companies, you know, and I know other industries are this way too. I mean, they all have to pretend, of course, that they love their drivers. They like their drivers so much. Our drivers are our number one concern. Our best asset is in the driver's seat. We treat our drivers like family. So basically, attempted robbery, and I was in a darkly lit trash trailer, truck truck stop. And yeah, essentially it was an attempted robbery. So I call the company and I say, hey, you know, the truck was broken into, the trailer. And of course, the first thing they say isn't, oh, are you okay? Was there a struggle? Was anybody hurt? Did you have to flash your gun? Did you call the police? No, it's, I'm just getting to the office right now. Are you gonna make the appointment on time? Or no, excuse me, I think they asked, no, they didn't even ask if any cargo was stolen. You think that would have been the first question, right? Yeah, but anyway, or maybe I offered that information. Yeah, I think I said none of the cargo was taken. And, you know, I'm learning not to expect any bedside manners in these trucking companies. But I gotta admit, like the last company I worked for, and I'll say something positive, of course, you know, they had really good, they knew how to talk to people, man. And that's just a thing that we don't get. Like, some of our culture in general. I think in America, it's just, as long as we're awake, and if the energy's good and we're making money, it's all good. Do whatever you want, you know? But this is one of the things why people can't retain truck drivers at companies. Because they don't know how to talk to people, dude. But then, like, of course, you know, once you break them down and you get to know them and you talk to them, you know, then they're cool. But they're just missing the basics. And I even told the manager that when I call you, when I've called the company, you guys act like we're bothering you. Oh, are you tired at your desk? Excuse me, I just drove 600 miles. Sorry to bother you. It's like ridiculous. It's kind of backwards. They just can't get the basics right, you know? That's what I'm saying about, you know, the whole backwards thing. Work first, family second. Money, money, money. But anyway, I had a lovely conversation with the management at the company today. And of course, I can't just full-blown, well, I mean, I like the company. I've been making good money. That's the thing. Okay? The money's been spot on. And I'm certainly happy with the money I've been making. And even the conversations I've been having with the last dispatcher was cool. Like, I was telling him a lot of Richard Nixon stories, which he laughed. I was listening to the Nixon Watergate tapes, and Nixon was quite a character, man. Dispatcher is actually a really sweet, nice, like a nice girl, and I'd never spoken to her before, okay? So our first communication was me being sent on directions basically down a one-way street the wrong way in a semi-truck. Not really a street, but a long driveway. And I was very unhappy. I was very unpleased at the time because frankly it was a dangerous situation. And I had specific instructions to go there. And so I called her and I said, hey, look, these directions are bad, man. I'm in a really bad spot right now. This could be a dangerous situation. She kind of like, in retrospect, kind of nervously laughed like, oh okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to fix that. And it was almost a vibe of, we're gonna have to repost the invoice. And I go, oh, you think this is funny? I said, do you realize this is a dangerous situation? And then she got kind of like nervous, understandably. And I kind of hung up the phone. And then I called everybody in management. I called HR. I called their house. I started drafting letters to the FMSCA. Yeah, it got ugly. And then anyway, long and the short of it is I talked to one of the managers and, you know, I kind of calmed down. I said, you know, I can be critical sometimes. Yeah. And then he called me dude. Well, which is fine. But anyway, and then HR called me later because they really didn't know what to expect. Sometimes I can throw people off, I think. And they don't know anything about my YouTube channel, of course, because I would never tell them. But anyway, we worked it out. Everybody's happy and everybody's doing well.